Hello and welcome again to another episode of the Long Gone Loser Rock Show. Today we're going to take a look at the box that came in the mail this week from Soundflat Records out of Germany. This thing is huge, 6.5 kilos of records. Let's get into it. Soundflat Records in Germany is run by a guy named Lutz, and I've been speaking to him for years and years and years, and he has just been churning out great records, and not only his own label, but also he has a distro which distributes some of the greatest power pop, garage rock, surf, punk, whatever records that you can find, and the prices are really good. So I highly recommend, if you're in Europe and you're looking for a bunch of cool stuff, head on over to soundflat.de and check it out, because you'll find a lot of stuff there. Actually, no matter where you are in the world, jump online, go to Soundflat Records and check it out, because you will find so much cool shit there. So let's take a look at all the 7 inches that I got in this package. There's so many cool things in here. Bands that, if you're not sure of, well, then I hope after seeing this video that you'll check them out or whatever, because seriously, none of this stuff sucks. Every single record is absolutely incredible. So we're going to start off with a band called the Speedways. Here are the two 7 inches of the Speedways that turned up. They've got a bunch of stuff out. These are the only two 7 inches I have of the Speedways, but damn it, this band rules. It's really good power pop. If you've not heard the Speedways, I highly recommend checking them out. Not only did I get these two 7 inches, but I did get a couple of LPs, but we'll get to those in a bit. From Japan, we got the Fadeaways. So these are two really cool 7 inches of this band. This band's done a fair bit of stuff now. This band rules. Great Japanese power pop, garage rock, whatever you want to call it. I really like this band, and I hope that when I get to Japan next that they're playing, because I really need to see them. Really good band. Persian Rugs. The Persian Rugs is a offshoot project of members of the Hoodoo Gurus. Now, this record came out on Screaming Apple Records, and it's the only record that I have of theirs. I do have the LP coming, but yeah, really cool stuff. Dave Faulkner wrote the songs, so you know they're good. And yeah, just a really cool band. So if you've never heard the Persian Rugs, it's a lot different to Hoodoo Gurus in the fact that it's more primitive garage rock, and by that I don't mean primitive in a bad way. I just mean that it's not as straight up rock and roll mainstream as the likes of the Hoodoo Gurus. Persian Rugs were not writing songs for mainstream radio, they're writing garage rock songs because they just fucking love it. And it shows, and it's awesome. Another really cool Ramonesy power pop band that I've been getting into a lot lately is the Bonzos. Obviously taken from the Ramones song Bonzo Goes to Bitburg. I love the cover art. Cover art is so cool. And so this band is really good. They're from Spain, and they just churn out great Ramonesy power pop. This stuff is just awesome, released on Family Spree Records. So if you've never heard the Bonzos before, check them out. If you love the Ramones and pop punk power pop stuff, you're gonna love this band, I guarantee it. So yeah, I was stoked to be able to get some of these 7 inches from Soundflat. Tommy and the Rockets. I got into this band because they did a split 7 inch with the band called the Dalmans. This is not that 7 inch, but they did a split 7 inch, and that's how I discovered them. So I had to grab more, and this is limited to 500 copies, and it's numbered, as you can see on the back there. But yeah, another really cool single. Really good band. The Dalmans, this is a split with the Stanleys, who are really cool as well. So if you've never heard these two bands, I highly recommend checking them out. Really good stuff. The Dalmans is very Ramonesy, power pop like the Yum Yums and stuff like that. Really good stuff. I highly recommend it. Neon Bone has done heaps and heaps of stuff. Like, Neon Bone is on Bandcamp. Check him out. He has churned out so many releases. Not a lot of them make their way over here. In fact, none of them do. So when I saw this was on the Soundflat website, I jumped at it and grabbed it, because yeah, his records, I don't see him around. I just don't. And I've got one other, which is a lathe cut record. But yeah, really cool band, Neon Bone. And the guy who is, I guess you can say, Neon Bone, sang on one of my band's songs as backing vocals on a song we did called Don't Be Such a Dick. So yeah, very cool. A Radio's 7 inch that I didn't have. I love this band. Great Japanese garage rock and roll. If you don't know the Radios, I highly recommend checking them out. The Radios features Fink, who was in Team Generate, and therefore that's enough for you to want to check them out. So I saw the Radios once in Japan, and it was freaking awesome. So yeah, this was released on Slovenly Records. The Flaming Sideburns. They've been churning out a bunch of new stuff. It's like they had a break for a while and then they came back and and just started putting out stuff again. And they're freaking awesome. I love the Flaming Sideburns. The only time that I ever had a chance to see them, I passed it up because they were playing in the same venue as another gig, and I went to the other gig. And I wish somehow I could have been able to see both, but it just wasn't possible. I mean, it could have been possible, but I would have missed bands. And the other band had 5 bands that I'd never seen before versus 1 band that I'd never seen before. So I went with the 5 bands. But yeah, Flaming Sideburns, really, really cool stuff. Now, this is a band called Morons. I'd never heard of the Morons before, but Jay Mansfield's on the cover there, so immediately I was drawn to it and I had to check it out. I looked it up on Bandcamp and listened to it and I freaking loved it. So if you've never heard Morons before, get over to Bandcamp and look them up because it's really, really good punk rock. I love this stuff. I really, really do. In fact, I didn't just buy this, I also bought an LP. But yeah, Jane. This is a cool comp series. It's limited to 300 copies. There's 5 so far in the series. I've got 4 of them, so I'm missing the second one. So I need to rectify that. But this is an awesome comp featuring the Randalls, Tommy and the Rockets, the Wild Sandals, and Die Schnickers. And so, yeah, I love this cover artwork. Released on Party Springer Records. But yeah, then you can see they're numbered down the bottom here. But yeah, check them out. These comps are awesome. So I like a lot of soul and funk music and stuff like that. And so I picked up every record in this series, which is called Record Prayer Collection. And so we have normally, this song's rules, Timmy Euro, Maynell Wilson, and Mac Rice. Now all of these 7 inches are just classics. You can look them all up on YouTube if you want. If you love soul and funk 45s and stuff, I highly recommend checking these out because they're just really, really good. And, probably easier to find than the originals. But god damn, these songs are really, really good. And if I still made mixtapes, I would definitely be putting these on people's tapes. And last of the 7 inches is a band called the Hawaiians. I love this band. Again, Ramones core, power pop, pop punk. This is awesome. I now only need to get 2 LPs and I have everything they've done. But really, really good band. So if you do like the Ramones, straight up 3-chord stuff, but, surf, I guess it's kind of like Don't Back Down Era Queers. The Hawaiians, really, really good. I highly recommend checking them out. So that is all of the 7 inches. So let's get started on the LPs. First up, the Power Chords. This was actually in their sale bin, but I do remember hearing this album a long time ago and I really liked it. So when I saw it there on sale, I had to jump at it and grab it. It's really good stuff. It's just power pop, guitar stuff, and yeah, I just really, really enjoy it. So I'm glad to be able to find it really cheap. Rock Juice featuring Tomoko, who was in Super Snaz. So there you go. I've never heard this record before, but I've known about it for a long time, purely because Tomoko plays bass on it, and I'm a huge Super Snaz fan. The album's called Drink All Night. I did listen to it. It's really, really good, and it's exactly what I would expect from these people. So if you love your garage rock, power pop, Beatlesy, rock and roll stuff, you're going to love Rock Juice. So definitely check this out. Look them up online. All these albums should be online, and you will enjoy them and you will buy them because this is just really solid stuff. This is a reissue of the Teenage Tupelo soundtrack. I do have the original version of this that was released on Sympathy for the Record Industry, which does come with a booklet, and this one doesn't. But I got this because I love this cover artwork. And, you've got Delana Tarnell, a really cool drawing of her on the cover, the star of Teenage Tupelo, and possibly one of the greatest front cover garage rock and roll models of all time. So, yeah, and they've drawn her here this time, and you've got this cool gatefold cover artwork. But yeah, you don't get the booklet, and the booklet, I guess, is kind of important, but, because it's filled with photos and stuff from the movie. This is performed by the band Impala, one of those Estrus bands. Really, really good stuff. So there's your back cover there. I highly recommend, if you've never seen Teenage Tupelo, check it out. In fact, I have a video coming on all of the videos put out by Mike McCarthy. So I went to hang out with the guy, but we'll get to that in the video. So yeah, Teenage Tupelo, this soundtrack rules. A Fastbacks record that I didn't have. I love the Fastbacks. Who doesn't? This is from 1986. So it was after Duff McKagan had left the band. For those who don't know, Duff McKagan went on to be in Guns N' Roses and left the Fastbacks. But whatever, that's not important right now. What is important is that it's a Fastbacks record that I didn't have, and I love the Fastbacks. I think this one's live. I haven't listened to this one yet, but, you know, judging by this, it looks like it's live. And the fact that it says recorded at the Seattle Center Mural Amphitheater on 4-track. So, yeah. Really looking forward to listening to this one. The Windowsill. I love this band. The Windowsill has Maureen Nicotine, who's also in the Chivies. He was in the Apers. He's also in Giant Eagles. Really, really cool stuff. I love the Windowsill. Just great pop punk. You know, so if you're looking for something that's happy sounding, poppy sounding, and just great stuff, don't look further than the Windowsill. Just check this band out. You will really dig it. Like, trust me. And it's interesting cover. Really like it. So yeah, there you go. Drawings on the back. You actually get like art prints on the inside as well. So, and some stickers and stuff. But yeah, the Windowsill. Can't rave about this band enough. This band rules. Seriously, check them out. Like, don't sleep on this one. Check out the Windowsill. Like, don't just go, the Windowsill, never heard of it, not going to listen to it. No, listen to it. It's really good. The Heimarts, Japanese garage rock and roll, had to have it. So here we have World Tour, which is basically what they call greatest hits and a dodgy demo. So there you go there. I really hope I can see this band when I go to Japan again. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Check them out, the Heimarts. This is the album I got by Morons. It's more of the same stuff that I would expect if you heard the 7-inch. Hopefully you're going to check that 7-inch out, and after you've checked it out, you can check out this LP as well. Everything's on Bandcamp. Seriously. So get on over to Bandcamp and check it out. And if you like what you hear, get over to Soundflat and just buy them. Awesome stuff. These are the 2 records by the Speedways. Awesome band. I love the Speedways, and I think you will too. So check them out. Really good stuff. I can't rave about them enough. Like, seriously, I wish that you know, I had the time to play every single record here for you now, so that you could just listen to them while you're watching this video. But we don't have enough time, and attention spans are getting shorter and shorter these days. But seriously, do yourself a favor, jump onto YouTube or Bandcamp and look this band up, because you're going to love it. The Fadeaways, 2 LPs, had to have them. There's a bunch more stuff that they've done, but this is what they had on Soundflat, so I grabbed it. So I got the 2 7-inches and 2 LPs. This one is all covers, and you can see the track listing there. So it's basically playing their favorite garage punk classics. So there you go. But yeah, so good stuff. Bonzo's got one of their LPs. There's a bunch more that I need, but at least I got one of them. So I haven't listened to this one yet, but I'm sure it's just like all those other singles and everything else. So it's going to be awesome. It really is. It's Ramones core, so I know I'm going to love it. Like, yeah, it's just good stuff. If you're a Ramones fan, I would think that you already know this band, but if you don't, definitely jump online and check out the Bonzos, because you are going to love it. Being a Ramones fan, this is your band. Like, just listen to this stuff. It's awesome. The last 2 records I'm going to show you from this box is 2 albums by the Let's Go's. I love this band. I got their Record Store Day 7-inch, but I only ever listened to this stuff online because I just couldn't find the LPs. And then there they were on Soundflat. So I grabbed both of them. I hope I get to see this band in Japan. I really do. Because, yeah, such a good band. Trust me. So that brings it to the end of what was in the box. The box from Soundflat Records. Like I said, get on over, check it out. There's the link. Go buy some records. Check this stuff out on Bandcamp, because it's all there. And trust me, you are going to discover a whole world of great music. And, you know, I'd like to think that you watch these videos, you know, to find out about new bands and stuff like that. So there we go. Thank you, Lutz. Thank you, Soundflat. That's all from me, guys. Take care of yourselves, look after each other, go buy some records, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.